Alright guys, so what we're getting ready to do is we're getting ready to post this little lady's ears. I'm going to show you some befores and some afters. The ears have been worn down. Let's see if I can get it down here. So as you guys can see, this ear, we still have the old post in it. This one came completely out. And look how it's still flopping down, right? So what we're going to do is I have put a picture, it should be popping up right here, of all of the supplies that you'll need. You're going to need the Torbot skin bonding glue. You're going to need some paper tape. You're going to need the either Dr. Scholl's or CVS version of the memory foam. You want to go for the thickest that you can get, and I will have a picture up there for you guys. And then you're going to just need a pair of scissors, and I'll show you guys exactly how we're going to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this old one out of her ear, so as you guys can see right there, just some glue. Boom, boom. It's dirty. You want to change these every 7 days. So what I'm going to do is take some nice hot water, and we're gonna clean out those ears. Clean out those ears. Let me see. I'll slide you guys back. There we go. And we're just gonna get in there. What we want to do is we want to clean up all of the dirt and grime that's in her ear. Of course, they love that. Look at that. Okay. So I already have one cut, but just for viewing purposes, and see, she wants to play that little game. So we're just going to switch ears. You don't need to fight and wrestle them, at least not until we get to the part where we got to put the glue in. That part's going to be the fight. So there we go. You want to clean the ear and get as much dirt out of the ear as you can. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to go back one more time. Good girl, good mama. You're a good baby. You're a good baby. You're a good baby. See, they love that, guys. They love that massage that you give them. This is that one-on-one time. Yeah, so we're still building up the muscle in that ear. See, this ear is doing a little bit better than that other ear, but that's okay. So now what we want to do is we want to grab one of our memory foam pads. She's doing pretty good right now. So I'll show you guys the thickness. There you go. So what we're going to do here is we want to cut from one end to the other, and that's going to form the post that we need. So one pad can, and it doesn't have to be perfect, it can be off a little bit. So there we go. One pad is going to actually become two posts. So what we want to do is, it doesn't matter with the tall side, how I like to do it is we're going to fold it and we're going to pin it like that. You don't actually want to make a point inside their ear, guys. So you can leave that bottom open like that because you don't want to make a point in their ear. And we're going to remove this backing. So remove the backing. So now that should be the sticky side. And what we're going to do is we're going to connect them like that. So now they're connected. We're going to take that paper tape. Let me show you guys what I got going on. So then we have that paper tape. And what we're going to do is we're going to fashion it right on top of where it's folded. Alright? And you're going to make a full come around. And you're going to tear that off. So it should look like this. Okay? With the paper tape on it, it should look exactly like that. So now this is the post that's going to go in the ear. So what I like to do, guys, now we have our Torbot bonding cement, right? It's good for skin. There we go. We're going to take a little bit of this. Right? And we're going to put it all over. We're just going to cover that. There we go. We're going to cover it. We want to make sure that we have not enough that it's gunking up on there, and I'll show it to you guys here in a minute. I also put some half of it onto the paper tape. That way the paper tape doesn't come off. All right. And boom. All right. So let's show you guys what we're working with. So here we go. So now we got all that glue on there. So we're going to sit that to the side for a minute. All right? And what we're going to do is we're going to start with this floppy ear. Let me get her up. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, stand up. There we go. There we go, baby. Let's get you in the camera view. There we go. There we go. So, she doesn't really like this, guys, but it's all right. Right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to put that in the ear. There's going to be that little notch. You want to go right at the notch, and then you want to come up. And you want to make sure that you get some glue in there. So while we're doing this, what we're doing is we're allowing it to dry a little bit on the post that we got going on. So the post is drying a little bit. Yeah, they don't really like this, but it's all good. And then we're going to take that post and we're going to shove it in the ear. Around here, since she wants to move. So I'm going to shove it in the ear and twist it. We want to conform it to the ear, and then we're going to press. So as we're holding the ear, we want to pull the ear up as much as we can get that ear up. And then we're going to put it in the pocket of the ear. And then what you want to do is you want to squeeze any air bubbles out. Okay? And then we're going to do this until it dries. You can blow on it a little bit. But look. So when she starts flexing her ear, it's going to move with her ear. But you have to make sure before you let this go that it dries. Okay? And you want to do this while the ear is fully healed. You'll see this glue. You can always get that glue off. That glue comes from when you put it in the ear and twist it. So that's what that is. Okay? So we can always get that off on the next go around. As we can see it. So when she starts flexing her ear, it's going to sit up. Right? So for added support, what I like to do, since we know that we have some scratchers, what I like to do is go in the ear with this paper tape. Go right there, deep down. Pull the ear all the way up. And then we're going to fold against the ear with this flappy part. We're going to fold the flappy part in as we got the ear up. We're going to come around and we're going to go here. And we don't want to squeeze it super tight, guys. We want to put it to where the ear will hold up. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to keep going. Right? And what I found is this paper tape wrapping, you don't have to do the paper tape around it. I do it for the dogs that like to scratch at their ears. And you're going to find that they are going to scratch at their ears because that glue is drying. But we have a 2-year-old that she cannot stand posting. Okay? Yeah. She can't stand posting. So what we do is when we do this, this actually works a lot better for her. So I'm going to come back down, and then I'm going to stop about midway of the ear. Alright, boom, and then we're going to press everything together, making sure everything is sealed. And there we go. We have one ear, guys. I know I'm burning up in here because the wife decided that she wanted to turn the air off. Okay. So, let me turn it towards the camera. And there we go. So that's one ear down, right? And she's gonna flex it. She's gonna move it back and forth, and that muscle gets, and you'll see it. It'll come up like that. She'll hold it, and you'll keep posting and doing this, and then she'll eventually, that muscle memory, she'll get it to stand. The cartilage will harden up. So let me do the other ear, guys, and then I'll come back to you. All right, guys. So here we are. I know it looks a little funny. That's because every time we redo this, they like to hold their ears a little bit like that. But you see, they have range to flex it, move it, and it's going to constantly work those ears. So this we found to be better. Come on, come on, come on. Thank you. We found that better on the dog, easier, feels more natural, and everybody's happier. And they can shake, they can do all of that, and they're set to go. Alright guys, so I figured I'd show you another one before we go. As you can see, look, sometimes 7 days is what we make it to, and it's all nasty and gunky, so we're going to get rid of that one. And as you guys can see, let's turn her around. Turn her around. Look at that beautiful baby. So we have one ear normally. You see how that is? And then we got another ear. She likes to hold and flex it sometimes, so what we're going to do is we're going to put that in that post, and we'll get it back up. And sometimes, guys, if that wrapping doesn't work, what you're going to find yourself doing is probably putting a cone around. So there's 3 ways you can do this. You can use just the memory foam if the dog's good enough. Good girl, good girl. You can use the memory foam, guys, if the dog's good enough. If the dog is not good enough, you can tape it around. If you're finding taping it around doesn't work, then you need to tape it and then use a cone and let it dry maybe for 2 days or so, and then you can take the cone off. Sometimes when the glue is drying, it bothers them. So, but other than that, after it's done, they'll walk around like there's no problem. I'll post a few pictures up somewhere here or here. It'll be popping up, and you'll get to actually see them without the cones on, and their ears actually do standing up. So regardless of how you see them look after you're done, they'll look 10 times better once they start flexing that muscle. So let me get done with her, and then we'll come back, and then this will be the last dog I show you guys with that with the memory foam Dr. Scholl's pads to help post the ears. And we find that this works a lot better. Good baby, good girl, good girl. A lot better, guys. We find it works a lot better. So let me get this done, and we'll be back. Alright guys, so you can either leave it like this, and when it dries, they're going to flex that muscle. You see how she's moving it now? So they're gonna continue to flex that muscle, and she's gonna hold her ears like this. So once they dry, and I'll show you some pictures of her, guys. Once this dries, you're just gonna keep your finger in there. You're gonna keep pushing. You want it to dry. Go in there. Pull the ear up. You're gonna make sure that the ear is all the way up when these dry. And really, this is all you need to do. So some people leave their dog like this as long as their dogs don't scratch their ears. If they do, then what we're gonna do is, give me a minute, I'll show you. So you want to pull the ear up all the way, just like I showed you on the other dog. You want to go in that ear cavity. You're gonna come around, make sure that flap is tucked in. You don't want to pull too tight on the dog's ear. You just want just enough to where it's going to keep their ear in this position and also not come off. Okay? There we go. I'm just going to go all the way up to the top. I like to go up to the top and then come back down about halfway. And the reason why I do that is because I used to stop at the top, and then they used to find their way to come off because they was constantly shaking and things like that. Boom. Look at that ear. So you're going to do the other one, and I'll show you in a minute. Alright guys, so there you go. Here it is in action. You can see it. Look at that. Yep. And that's what it looks like, guys. Bada boom, bada bing. Alright guys, so you have seen me tape the ears. You see them posted. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to drop a video real quick before the end of this video. And you're going to get to see the dogs running around. That way you can see their ears live in action and see if this works for you. If it does, great. If it doesn't, try a different method. There's not one method to help the dog's ears stand up. There's going to be multiple methods. You got to find out what works for you. Whether it's going to be the Dr. Scholl's pads, whether it's going to be popsicles, tampon pad, the cardboard tampons, you know what I mean? If you're using the backer rods, or if you're using the curlers that the women have that twist and curl and set into place, there's thousands of different methods that you can use. You just got to find out which one works for you. So if this works for you, like the video, share the video, and guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Alright guys, so as you can see, there's one of our puppies. There's another one with their ears standing straight up. I just want to show you guys exactly what it looked like once they actually get used to holding their ears up. Yeah, there we go. Look at that, guys. Beautiful ears. Look at that, guys. Look at that ear. That's it. That's what happens when you use our posting method.